Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Never Let Go, starring Halle Berry in a horror movie about a single mom with two sons, and they're trapped in their house. But as long as they tie a rope to the house, they're safe, and the supernatural being in the woods around their house can't get them. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's The Pineys, books 1 through 14, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, this to me is an example of the kind of movie that has a conceit that overwhelms pretty much everything else. So, you see this trailer, and they're kind of hitting you over the head with the concept. And the concept is, for some reason, you have to keep a rope tied to the house in order to leave the house so the supernatural beings in the woods don't get you. Now, I've never heard of a legend like that. Maybe one exists. Seems a bit odd. Seems weird. But you can imagine them pitching this as something very symbolic, right? Sort of like the ties to home, you could never go home again kind of thing, and you've got two young boys growing up, and they have to make the tough decision of severing that rope to go out in the real world. And then seems to be they're setting up, is Halle Baby a crazy mother that just wants to keep her sons locked away, or is there a real thing out in the woods? There seems to be some kind of real supernatural thing, but it might all be in Halle Berry's head. We don't know. Because it's a movie. But the concept kind of overwhelms everything, because we don't really get a sense of personality of the two boys. We don't get a sense of personality with Halle Berry. They're just kind of there. They're just kind of a mom and two boys. And whatever you could draw from that. Like, I don't think we get any names. We don't get that one like sports maybe, or we don't get a sense of, Halle Berry says the world ended, but we don't get a real sense of how. So it's just almost 100% concept, and that's it. Like, and to some extent that kind of can work. I'm reminded of a movie like Snakes on a Plane, right? What's the concept? Well, there are these snakes on a plane, and they're going to do things. But was there a cool character involved? Well, Samuel L. Jackson was in it. Did he have an eye patch in that one? I forget. But that's about it. And it's kind of all pitch and no substance. And there needs to be more. They're dropping the ball on the rest, I think, on this. Or at least in the trailer, you don't get a sense of it. It's very old-timey. They've got old-timey technology, an old record player here in the beginning. The house looks old and run down. I'm not sure how they gather food. Wouldn't the animals eventually figure out they shouldn't get near this house? I don't know where they're getting this rope. There's a lot of questions here. A lot of questions. And the boys actually question the whole premise of the movie. Which I don't know if that's good either. Ooh, that's scary. Scary still. Maybe one of them dies. Maybe that's an illusion. I don't know. It also feels like the... what was it called? The Sandra Bullock movie where they were blindfolded. Is it called Bird Box or something like that? It's got this like heavy conceit, and then that's it. You can plug in literally any characters because it's all about the conceit, and that's too much. There needs to be, like in this movie, what there should be is some kind of character traits of the boys and the mother that would augment this. So, you know, you have a kid maybe that dreams of travel. That would be a good paradox. So, you know, one day when this is over, we're going to travel. And the other brother's just like, yeah, we're never going to travel. Mom will never let us. No, no, one day we will. You know, Halle Berry likes certain kinds of music, or just some other character traits that might help us like the characters and see something beyond just this pitch. Why this happened, why the world ended, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just all pitch. And I don't know, maybe there's more in the write-up. So first act, they introduce this conceit, and they drag it out through the first act, and they go out with their rope and they go hunting, and it's very nerve-wracking, but nothing really happens. Maybe they see a few weird things, but then they come back. The boys start to question the mother. Second act, or the beginning of the second act, one of them either gets trapped in the woods and without his rope, somehow it gets cut or whatever, or he doesn't come home one night, but then the next night he returns, and they don't know if he's real or what. They question whether or not he's the actual son and one of these supernatural creatures. And then the other son is like, is my mother crazy? Because he sees evidence of the outside world. He sees a road in one of the shots. And then the question is there a supernatural thing, or is Halle Berry just nuts? And it sounds like she's nuts. It sounds like logic would dictate she's crazy, and there is no real danger, and it's a big twist like in a M. Night Shyamalan movie. Or there is some sort of supernatural mechanism going on, and in the end, I don't know. If there is a real supernatural thing, I would think they either defeat it, or they discover that maybe that it's the house. They have to get away from the house. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure how this could be a happy ending. And it seems like it's all about Halle Berry and her two sons. It seems like there needs to be some more people. Maybe the end of the movie is Halle Berry dies saving her son, and the house burns down, and the other son it was already taken, and the one son gets away and he gets to another village, and that's the end. And they're all tied to ropes too. I don't know. So let's read the write-up. It says, a family that's been haunted by an evil spirit for years, their safety and their surroundings come into question when one of the children questions if the evil is real. So maybe it's not real. I don't know. If it's not real, it's like you're following this for 90 minutes only to discover you're following a delusional character. That doesn't seem like a good use of anyone's time. So I'm not sure how you can make this movie pay off. It just seems more of an excuse to have, again, this heavy concept and this trailer where people watch the trailer and go, oh, that's interesting. Like, how would I live if I was tied to my house? And would I have enough rope? And blah, blah, blah. But actually, when you think about it a little ways further down the line, it's kind of ridiculous. So would I see this? Not to see it, not to be entertained. I wouldn't expect to be entertained by this. I'd want to see this more as a screenwriter to see if they could actually make this work. That is my curiosity. Can you make a concept like this work and make it a good movie? I don't think you can. Halle Berry is not necessarily known for picking up best projects. So, but, you know, it's good to see her in a movie again. Good to see her in something different. Anyhow, that's it for me. Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the house. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be at the Greater Elmer Historical Society today at 6:30 for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Then on Friday, I'll be at Plagio's Winery at 7 p.m. for another talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil, and there'll be wine. So hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.